Life is certainly not easy. My wife texted her mother and me after reading a blog article accusing Joel of cheating on me, saying, "I'm divorcing Joel, Mom. I've finished. As you can see, I used to work for him, so I'm going through this exactly. Like the female who is truly going through it. When you perform like this is what occurs. So I will be as honest as I can on that program. You manipulate people's lives and hardships. And they must deal with real problems. When I did this. Morning well music." Hold on, Rasheeda was unhappy about what exactly? Kirk Frost's most recent stunning incident. The drama that unfolds behind the scenes in this incredible play will astound you. Kendra is pregnant, and do you know who the father of the kid is? Young makes things more challenging. Is it a breakdown in emotions, or is the most dramatic reality TV show in the world actually coming to life? Is Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage truly finished, though? Does Kendra appear to be acting as a puppet master? Jock lost his mind completely. His plate was already full. With all this, what the devil is young Jock up to? Is there a more serious situation going on that we haven't even witnessed yet? Or is he having a breakdown in a hospital bed somewhere? You wonder if this is the final betrayal or if Kirk is just being given another chance to sabotage and further muddle matters. Things get much hotter for Rasheeda, and that's before we even talk about the remainder of the drama. It will be a scandal of a lifetime, so pay close attention. Get your popcorn ready, everyone, because this mess could rival the most captivating soap operas you have ever seen. They had finally found safety in their marriage after everything they had experienced. But not today. Not with Kendra, the lady who had transformed their lives. And guess what? When they got there, Kirk Frost, who had claimed to be finished with his mess, revealed some startling facts, and Kendra is expecting. This debate did not occur overnight, so let's take a moment to ponder. We suspected the worst right away because Rasheeda and Kirk had gone through a lot together. From his earlier adultery to their turbulent marriage. Imagine Rasheeda's expression upon hearing about it. How surprising, don't you suppose? Kendra was in the background. But she suddenly shows up and announces that she is expecting Kirk's child, a narrative twist that nobody anticipated. This seems like the last straw, don't you think? Once again, Rasheeda's world is turned upside down, and we all know that she has always been a queen. But hold on, it's not just that. The coincidence of all of this is even more remarkable. Young Jock is experiencing personal struggles, while Rasheeda is struggling with her emotions and trying to save her marriage. There have been reports that Jock began an affair with Kendra. When Kirk was trying to make amends with his wife, Q had enough drama in his life. Let's talk about Kendra, please. Is she just a desperate lady trying to show Rasheeda how pregnant she is, get even? Or is there something much darker going on here? It's a problem that is spiraling out of control quicker than a trailer park tornado is something we are only starting to investigate. Rasheeda and the public were unaware of Kendra and Kirk's relationship, although some unidentified sources claim it was more than a one-night fling. Does this mean that Kendra has been waiting for the right moment to make this public and append Rasheeda's entire world? Nevertheless, we can't overlook Kirk. Even as an adult, he continues to make questionable decisions because of his notorious history. Does he intend to destroy marriage, or does he have a more cunning scheme? It has long been known that Kirk is a man who rarely fulfills his commitments. Now that Kendra's pregnancy is hanging over him like a dark cloud, how does this reveal his true motivations? Was he ever truly interested in Rasheeda? Or was the whole marriage a series of shrewd moves designed to keep his reputation intact? Let's stoke the flames a bit more because we have no idea what will happen next. When Rasheeda confronts Kirk about the pregnancy, she is devastated and enraged, which is an unexpected turn of events. We all know that Rasheeda is not the type of lady to take things lightly, so I can assure you that things did not go as planned. Despite Kirk's attempts to brush it off as a small matter, how would she have seemed after realizing that she had been? She starts to question everything after learning she is pregnant, including her marriage, her love with Kirk, and the foundation they have created together. This time, it's about more than simply a pregnancy. It's about trust, betrayal, and years of seemingly meaningless emotional commitment. Although Rasheeda is still in disbelief at Kirk's treachery, things will get a lot better when she gets another surprise soon. This guy has gone totally crazy, and Young is adding fuel to the fire. How much drama is there, really? We're only getting started, so let's move on to the next area. When Rasheeda finds out that Kirk Frost, the man she thought was her rock, is seeing Kendra, she suddenly goes into full-blown breakdown mode. After you've been shown to be a massive liar, what else are you capable of? Allow me to explain Kirk's attempt to minimize the terrible circumstances. Kirk acted as though he hadn't ruined all they had worked so hard to create, as though it had been a little incident. Can a man who consistently makes bad choices be expected to take responsibility for his actions? This is the same individual that first thought that adultery was acceptable. So let's talk about Kendra. This goes too far, but as everyone knows, Kendra isn't the kind to keep things low-key. She's always waiting for the right moment to blow things up, to a new degree. For several months, Kendra, who is purportedly Rasheeda's friend, has been secretly having an affair with Kirk. Let's not act as though Kendra is innocent in this situation. I think she was fully aware of her actions. Kendra has been preparing ahead of time and waiting for the right time to expose this knowledge like a bomb. So you can't say she has no aims. What did she hope to gain from it, though? Was there more to it? Or was it just the baby? Was it the vengeance she so desperately desired from Rasheeda, who was going crazy over everything? Or was she after Kirk's money? Even while the circumstances present a totally different angle on the narrative, and her young jock is accustomed to drama, it's likely that Jock went above and beyond this time. The most shocking part is that Jock allegedly knew about Kirk and Kendra's relationship. He was sitting on the tee watching everything unfold, and he had all of it. It's not important to remember that Jock and Kendra were ever romantically linked. Maybe Jock was just waiting for the right moment to come out, hoping it would spark the biggest scandal of the year. Because Rasheeda is experiencing emotional upheaval, it is much more intense. Young Jock is accused of causing confusion by taking art sides in this argument. He claims that, in spite of what many close to him say, he has no idea what is going on between Kirk and Kendra. According to a source, Kendra and Juke were more than just buddies, and Juke was truly involved in the entire affair. Maybe instead of calling this a true love triangle, I should call it a web of deceit, betrayal, and lies. However, the true question is how much Jock actually got involved. Did he and Kendra plan to completely ruin Kirk and Rasheeda? They see it all as a big game. Therefore, we can't stop there. Now let's talk about the chronology of the occurrences. While Kendra discloses her pregnancy and Rasheeda deals with the consequences of Kirk's adultery, it turns out that young Jock was conveniently in the hospital at the time. Insiders claim that Jock has subsequently faced some difficult circumstances. But this time, there is a twist. After having a mental breakdown, Jock was admitted to the hospital, but the timing of everything looks quite questionable. Why had he been there? Was there something darker going on behind the scenes? Or was he just attempting to escape the mayhem he contributed to? Was Jock's silence due to his awareness of the impending storm? The problem is that Kendra isn't helping anyone, even though Rasheeda is battling for her marriage and going through mental suffering because of the chance that her husband is the child's biological father. Instead, as if she's won something, she's out there telling everyone she's pregnant and showing off her tummy. What is Prize Rasheeda doing to keep her cool in the interim? Put yourself in her shoes for a moment. Your spouse, whom you thought was on your side, is now the father of another woman's child. And everything is falling apart in the most blatant way imaginable. Anyone may be strong, but Rasheeda has always been. The public's response to this is completely ludicrous. In front of millions of people, Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage is collapsing after years of scrutiny. Some admirers are upset, but others hold her responsible. Like a verbal sparring match with Rasheeda in the midst, The public is divided over whether to call Kendra a victim or a homewrecker. The constant barrage of betrayals is enough to break even the toughest of people. Meanwhile, other individuals are criticizing Kirk, calling him a liar, manipulator, or cheater. As she defends her family, #Team Rasheed is by her side. What will Rasheeda and Kirk say? Will Kendra's pregnancy be the final straw that ends their marriage? Or will Rasheeda decide to stand by her partner again? This scandal is more complicated than it first appears, and Jock has been at the center of all of this drama due to the hospital tragedy, so you don't want to miss it. Despite how absurd everything is, the story's next twist might blow your mind, so be sure to watch part 3. Is Jay going to survive this, or will he now lose everything? This problem is more complex than it first appears, since the ramifications of this tense scenario extend beyond Kendra's pregnancy disclosure and the scandal surrounding her adultery. It is imperative that this topic be discussed. Oh no, the consequences for Kirk Frost, Rasheeda, and all the others implicated are only beginning. They're going to have to deal with them, and trust me, the consequences will be worse than a ton of bricks. First, let's talk about the situation's legal implications. You expected this scandal to remain entirely personal, didn't you? As the situation worsens, Kirk's purported relationship with Kendra may result in some major at this point. Kirk may be concerned about whether his adultery would cost him more than just his marriage. Does his family's business face danger? Rasheeda has been silently overseeing their combined actions, and if she feels sufficiently misled, she may put an end to his issues. Use what she has. Additionally, Kirk's conduct could result in child support, alimony, and perhaps even legal action. Although Rasheeda has remained faithful, their kingdom may come to an end if Kendra's child turns out to be Kirk's. Don't assume that she won't appear in court if it becomes necessary. Maybe a severe blow to his riches and reputation. It is also necessary to consider the response of the general population. Although Rasheeda has historically been linked to strength, one can only withstand so many strikes before losing their composure. The public is cruel, despite Kirk's best efforts to minimize it as a minor mistake and claim that he is only human. Because Rasheeda is so popular, many people feel sorry for her, and Kirk is quickly made fun of, being labeled everything from weak to selfish to a dog. In addition to being ecstatic about Kirk's potential, many on social media are eager to bring him to ruin. Even if his public apology tour is a total failure, it will definitely be noted. He might finally come clean and reveal the truth in a full-length television program. After participating in an argument like this, people wait for the story to pick up because they don't want to miss it. Young Jock's role in this scenario extends much beyond his role as a bystander. Since he has been connected to Kendra for years and is accused of being involved from the start. Yes, you read correctly. Jock might have been exploiting this. Destroy Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage from the ground up. It turns out that he may have been engaged from the start, despite his years of playing the good guy. After all, we are talking about a man with a history of drama. Was he secretly hoping Kirk and Kendra would part ways so Jock could take over? When you work in the entertainment industry as long as these people have, you start to learn that things are never as easy as they seem. Furthermore, Jock is most likely attempting to portray himself as the man of the moment, ready to step in and heal Rasheeda's wounded heart. Given his propensity to hint at drama, this might be Jock's grand scheme to steal the show. The idea that Jock is somehow implicated in this predicament, whether real or not, adds to the suspense. Utilizing the entire circumstance to remove himself from Rasheeda. Controversy that people can't help but notice. Let's talk about Kendra for a second. In addition to being largely quiet, she has approached everything methodically. To the best of our knowledge, Kendra has been telling everyone that she is expecting Kirk's child on social media by posting pictures and declaring her pregnancy. But was Kendra's pregnancy a calculated ploy, given the timing of it all? Was it possible that she knew Kirk had a weakness and used it? Some others think it's just a money grab. Is Kendra trying to get Kirk to have this kid? After all, she has a developing bump and is currently in the news. If Kendra is fortunate, she could emerge as the next big thing in reality TV drama. But will Kendra be sorry about the outcome? If Kirk and Rasheeda stay together, Kendra might be left out in the cold. What would Kendra's idea of marriage look like if Rasheeda decides to fight for marriage and start over? After all of the turmoil, the infidelity, the suffering, and the potential legal action we've addressed, what happens to Rasheeda, Kirk, Kendra, and even young Jack? We're still a long way from that final explosive moment. Removing Rasheeda might leave her with nothing but a baby and a damaged reputation. Was it all worthwhile? Is Kendra's pregnancy only a pawn in a greater game that will either permanently damage Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage, or is this the end of an era for them? Will Jock get caught for his questionable involvement? Or will he get away with it and continue to manipulate the media? But there's no denying that this is just the beginning. We're just getting started, and you won't want to miss this strange story's next chapter. The drama, betrayal, and heartbreak are at their best, and it will only grow more intense from this point on. Trust me, this is just the beginning, so check back for more information. Now, we would want to know what you think about this. It's a mad dash. Is Kendra merely a pawn in a much bigger scheme? Or was her pregnancy the last straw that caused Rasheeda and Kirk to split up? Do you believe Kirk's marriage is doomed? Or will he ever be able to salvage it? What do you think, Jock the Young? Is he truly the brains behind all of this? Or is he merely a please remember to like this video, ring the bell, and subscribe to our channel if you would like to be updated on the most recent advancements. This way, you won't miss a second of the drama that will unfold. With every new revelation, the plot becomes more intricate, and this drama is far from over. A bystander trying to intervene and profit from a chaotic situation, will Kendra eventually come clean about her secret plan, or will Kirk and Rasheeda win out? Since this narrative is only beginning, please feel free to leave your thoughts in the space provided below, and let's continue the conversation. This shocking controversy has to be known, and we'll be here to keep you informed of any new information. Then return often for more incredible discoveries when they happen again.